let's start to compare alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. This is a good way to learn everything in a single page, 5 minutes. Okay, so the first thing, alkanes have all single or sigma bonds. All 4 bonds are single and sigma. Alkenes has at least 1 pi bond or it's a double bond. And then alkyne has a 2 pi bond, or simply you can say it's a triple bond, minimum 1 triple bond. So alkanes have all single bonds, alkenes have 1 pi bond, alkynes have 1 triple bond, right? The common formula, generic formula is CnH2n plus 2. For alkane, for alkene, you drop the plus 2. So what you have is actually CnH2n. So pretty easy. You drop the plus 2 in the alkane. You memorize alkane generic formula, right? And then drop the plus 2 in the hydrogens, right? CnH2n. Got it? Okay. Now, for alkyne, you just write CnH2n minus 2. You see, alkane start with the plus 2. The alkyne ends with the minus 2. So now you can memorize all of these 3 lines in a table, and then that's compared, right? Now naming. Naming ends for the alkane, whatever the name, and ANE. Alkenes naming ends with ENE. Alkynes naming ends with YNE. We call yin, right? Okay, so those are the naming, how the ends with an, in, and ein, right? Okay, or wine, right? Now, so we also want to know homologous series. What's a homologous series? Because rather than learning all the alkanes, all the alkenes, and so on, you can just learn about the homologous series. What that means? They have a generic or general formula, which is alkane is CnH2n plus 2, right? And then alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. So they differ from one member to the other within the series is a CH2, right? And then also they share similar chemical and physical properties. So we don't have to learn carbon 1 to carbon 50 all the alkanes. We can generally say alkanes are fuel molecules. They have only carbons and hydrogens, right? The lower members are gases, and then the mid members are volatile liquids, and then towards the end the higher number of carbons are solids, right? That's how you know that. So you don't learn all the millions of different compounds that alkanes can have. Got it? Okay, now naming. I'm going to start the next video for naming some questions. Now here I have easy way to compare all of these names, to memorize these names. Naming should start with the number of carbons in the chain. Okay, number of carbons in the main chain. I'll show you how. And so these ones gonna start with 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 at least, right? It can go on, it can go to 50s, right? But you can at least try to remember up to 10. And then the name starts with this way. Starts with this way. 1 carbon is meth, 2 carbon is eth, 3 is prop, 4 is bute, 5 is pent, right? For all 3, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes. And then you just remember 6 is hex, 7 hept, oct 8, 9 is non, and 10 is dec. Now you have everything you need to name any alkane, any alkene, or alkyne, right? Next video I'll cover that. All right.